readiness for polls. And NSCDC partners NTA to ensure smooth election coverage. Good evening and welcome to the news at 7 on the Unity Station, NTA Channel 5, Abuja. I am Rabiat Shaib. Let's begin. Nigeria's First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, rejoices with Senator Florence Itajiwa as she turns 80. In a birthday message where she joins family, friends, political associates and the good people of Cross River State to celebrate the octogenarian, the First Lady applauded her exemplary life, commending her resilience, courage and unwavering dedication to Cross River State in particular and Nigeria in general. The First Lady notes that the celebrant's contribution to the nation's political landscape have left an indelible mark that paved the way for other female politicians, while her voice has consistently championed equity, inclusion, the upliftment of women and communities, especially in the Bakassi region. She prays that the celebrant enjoys a lifetime of divine health, peace, joy, while her legacy of service continues to inspire coming generations. And now on electoral matters, preparations for the forthcoming area council election in the Federal Capital Territory have entered a critical phase as the Independent National Electoral Commission has taken delivery of sensitive election materials from the Central Bank of Nigeria. The development underscores INEC's commitment to timely distribution of materials and the conduct of free, fair, and credible electoral process. Rosemary Motleng Bilal has the report.
Officials of the electoral body received the sensitive materials under tight security in the presence of party agents at the Central Bank facility in Abuja. INEC says the materials will be securely stored before being distributed to the various area councils in line with established electoral guidelines and timelines.
We are now at the second to the last stage of deployment. We are trying to deploy the ballot papers and the result sheets to the area councils. All the result sheets and the ballot papers are color coded. Like this is one of the, let me just hold it up for you. You see the colors for each of the area councils. So there's no chance of moving one ballot paper or result sheet between any area council. And we continue to appeal to residents of FCT who are registered to come out and vote.
Some party agents who witnessed the process commended the Commission for its transparency and adherence to due procedure.
We are much satisfied with the arrangement and we have seen all the materials. There is no complaint so far.
So I have seen the color code of each area council and each of the ward. The INEC have tried and designed them the way that it will be very difficult for manipulation.
They've been quite good in the way they carried out with their activities.
The Commission reassured residents of the Federal Capital Territory of its commitment to transparency, logistical efficiency, and the conduct of free, fair, and credible elections. Rosemary Motleng Bilal, NTA News.
And now the FCT Police Command says it's in collaboration with sister security agencies, operations ready for the successful conduct of the area council election coming this Saturday. This, they said, will be achieved through provision of watertight security for the before, during, and after the election. Deputy Commissioner of Police Operations, Isiaku Kusharu, gave the indication while undertaking assessments of deployment and show of force patrol of the nation's capital. Onotu Yakubu now reports.
These have been common sights across the four corners of the nation's capital since security plans for the area council election got in motion. Deputy Commissioner of Police Operations, Isiaku Kusharu, leads the cavalry from the front row. First, on this particular day, he reminds the operatives about the operational rules of engagement for the exercise.
His responsibility is simple: give protection to every citizen before, during, and after. You could see that the campaign activities has gone seamless. Yes, there could be hitches here and there, but minimally. We are adequately prepared. We have different layers of security arrangement, ranging from the movement of material. So at every layer, the level of preparedness is there. We have 23 strike teams that are ready.
Then the show of force hits the road from Eagle Square through parts of Karu, Nyanya, then Karshe to link up Gugugu Pesa and Route Apo. The community is said to have a history of election violence, so the team made a stop for an interface with its traditional leaders.
Sharing of peace, there is no talk of that. I've been struggling, trying, gathering both youth and palace members, preaching them for peace. For this election coming, and I am sure of it.
DC Ops Isha Kusharu hinted that the movement was also part of monitoring of specially deployed strike teams to strategic locations to complement arrangements.
We will never allow the resident to be disenfranchised. So by implication, Saturday morning, materials will be moved from RAC to this place, so that at least the resident will also exercise their civic responsibility.
He assured that the operation encapsulating patrols and show of force will be common sites and constantly evaluated to provide the needed security and enhance confidence of voters and the general public. Onotu Yakubu, NTA News.
And still on security matters, as preparations intensify for the February 21 area council elections in the Federal Capital Territory, the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, FCT Command, is strengthening collaboration with the media to ensure effective information management before, during, and after the polls. Kama now reports.
The Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, FCT Command, has reaffirmed its commitment to a peaceful electoral process with a strategic visit to NTA Channel 5, Abuja. FCT Commandant Olushola Odumosu said the engagement is aimed at deepening synergy with the media, particularly at this critical period of the area council elections. He noted that timely and accurate information dissemination plays a vital role in maintaining public confidence and preventing the spread of misinformation that could threaten security.
It's not a do or die affair, and that's what we keep telling people. Go out there, go and cast your vote, and your vote will definitely count. And therefore, every unforeseen circumstances, we have our intelligence, and we are, deploying, massively.
In her response, the General Manager of NTA Channel 5 Abuja appreciated the visit and pledged the station's full support in promoting responsible reportage throughout the election period.
We're working together before, we continue to work together to ensure that we provide that good services that the people of Nigeria that they need in terms of security, of lives and property, of government and of individual.
Both institutions emphasize that collaboration between security agencies and the media remains key to sustainable peace and strengthening democracy. Kama, NTA News.
And now, less than 48 hours to the FCT area council elections, the People's Democratic Party chairmanship candidate for Buhari area council, Julius Adamu, has stepped down for the All Progressive Congress candidate, Joshua Ishaku Musa. Julius Adamu says his decision was as a result of the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike's intervention. The FCT Minister Nyesom Wike disclosed that a vote for Joshua is a vote for progress and development in Buhari. Similarly, less than 24 hours after the People's Democratic Party chairmanship candidate of Buhari Area Council, Julius Adamu, stepped down for the All Progressive Congress candidate, Joshua Ishaku Musa, the Abuja Municipal Area Council PDP chairmanship candidate, Honorable Zadna Dantani, has also stepped down for the APC candidate, Honorable Christopher Zaka Mikalangu. Dantani, who said his decision to step down was aftermath of the intervention by the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, added that he has also submitted a letter of withdrawal to the Independent National Electoral Commission. And still on politics, original inhabitants of FCT and persons with disabilities have advocated inclusivity in politics in the territory. Moses Kuye reports that in one voice, they called for convenience to vote in the election. The report.
By creating polling units, it will help us and lessen the pressure on us because most of us are crippled. Some are visually impaired, some are having one challenge or the other. By the time you mingle with other people, able-bodied, you will see how they are pushing us up and down.
They want to be part of the process. Their intention seemingly in one accord, voicing their pain of exclusion with a call for inclusivity in economic, social, and especially political rights as regards voting in elections.
Political participation through exclusion from leadership, appointments, consultations, and electoral processes.
These persons with disabilities solicit for representation at polling units and as election observers to avoid voter apathy.
Economic and socio-political rights for persons with disabilities should not be seen as a thing of charity. It should be seen as a fundamental human right. It should be seen as a legal duty of the nation in carrying these people along.
I want the federal government to put it into consideration by creating more polling units for persons with disability. We have not even gotten one. By creating polling units, it will help us and lessen the pressure on us because most of us are crippled. Some are visually impaired, some are having one challenge or the other. By the time you mingle with other people, able-bodied, you will see how they are pushing us up and down. By the time we have our own polling unit as persons with disability in our own community, it will help us and fasten the voters, the voting, and also make life very easy for us because we understand ourselves.
The health and wellness of original inhabitants and persons with disabilities living in FCT has been widely debated amongst the locals of the FCT as they clamor for immediate action to protect the economic, social, and political rights of the special inhabitants. They say Abuja is growing fast, but government should not neglect original inhabitants and persons with disabilities. In Abuja, Moses Kuye, NTA News.
And now the Baggy Youth Association, FCT Abuja, has called for a free, fair, transparent and credible area council election scheduled for this Saturday, 21st February 2026, urging stakeholders across board to uphold high electoral standards, urging the FCT minister as the leader of all to provide a level playing ground for all that respect the democratic rights of citizens to choose their leaders. The concerned pressure groups say the election serves as a litmus test for credibility and neutrality in the 2027 general election for INEC's leadership to conduct an acceptable polls. In a press statement signed by the Board of Trustees Chairman, Ambassador Ayuba Jacob Mbako, and the President, Gbagi Youth Association FCT Abuja, Nuhu Dontodawa, the groups add that the FCT has a history of a peaceful and credible electoral process, which they say should be strengthened. The association further reiterates its unwavering commitment to the renewed hope agenda and total support for President Bola Tinubu's 2027 mandate, which it demonstrated through its January 31st, 2026 conference. The statement wants an entrenchment of democratic integrity in the FCT as they appeal for neutrality from government officials and political office holders. The FCT Emergency Management Department and the NEAR Foundation, having the spirit of Ramadan fast, put smiles on the faces of about 150 displaced vulnerables in the nation's capital. This is through the distribution of relief materials of packed food items to IDP camps at Malaysia Garden and Charity in Kabusa area of the territory. Onotu Yakubu now reports.
Affected but not dejected is the analogy to describe the reality of these displaced vulnerables from crisis-affected communities across the country. Amina Mohammed, a mother from Borno State, has lived in this Malaysian garden camp for 8 years now. This is because the FCT space has for years been safe haven for them. As the Muslim world commences the Ramadan fast, FEMD is working with development partners to ensure that the displaced persons have means to observe the spiritual pillar with ease.
Life here isn't easy, but due to that's how we have to survive. We are grateful and we thank them because we are not expecting.
I did not even see myself as an IDP again. I see myself as a fully member of an Abuja indige.
With NEMA. So we really appreciate the efforts.
Director General of the department, Abdurrahman Mohammed, in a message, said the gesture is in line with the department's vision to give succor to those in distress.
They should manage it how it is, and they should use it. They should use it and pray to God to those that donated this.
She also noted the noble contributions of the NEAR Foundation to the less privileged and appealed to public-spirited individuals and organizations to emulate the foundation.
It's part of our hunger relief programs, so we don't just distribute packages during Ramadan. We have other festive seasons that we distribute, especially during Christmas, during Easter, during other festive festivals also.
Similar exercise was extended to the Charity camp in Kabusa, with FEMD pledging further collaboration with intended donors to identify displaced vulnerables sheltering across the FCT for welfare outreaches. Onotu Yakubu, NTA News.
And now, in a recent development, dispatch riders assembled this morning in large numbers in the center of the nation's capital, Abuja, in a bid to express their displeasure and frustration over the additional levies imposed upon them, which have adversely impacted negatively on their daily operations and livelihood. Shamsuddin Usman now reports.
The dispatch riders organized a protest concerning the additional levies imposed upon them by the Federal Capital Territory Administration. Speaking with several riders, it was revealed that they had already fulfilled their payment obligations to the Abuja Municipal Area Council, AMAC, yet they are now required to pay further charges to the Federal Capital Territory Administration, FCTA, which to them is not convenient.
The main purpose of the protest this morning is this. Dispatch rider in Abuja, we like every year we buy paper from AMAC. Like before you can operate as a dispatch in Abuja, you have to register for that paper in a year. Once you buy this year, next year you buy another one. So we have bought for the year, this very year. Now the FCTA came out that we should buy a paper from them again. You understand? Which we are saying that it's not nice, and not supposed to be so.
Nonetheless, some interventions have been met as the dispatch riders commend the efforts of the FCTA authorities to ensure their request is being looked into, hence to yield a positive outcome.
We are grateful to some part of the FCTA staff, the leaders. Most of them came out, they addressed us very well. What we expect to hear from them. And the person in charge of the illegal and unrecognizable tax paper that they add to the AMAC paper have been tormented, have been cancelled. So we seriously appreciate them.
Subsequently, the dispatch riders assured NTA crew that the protest served as a means to express their frustrations regarding the additional tariffs imposed on them. In Abuja, Shamsuddin Usman, NTA News.
Now let's see what's trending in the world of sport.
The Nigeria Women Football League (NWFL) has sanctioned Ocean Babes FC following breaches of its regulatory framework that led to the non-commencement of their 2025-2026 NWFL Premiership fixture against FC Robo Queens in Lagos. The match, scheduled for Wednesday 18 February 2026 at Onikan Stadium, Lagos, could not proceed after Ocean Babes, designated as away team, failed to provide an alternative set of jersey with clearly printed player names and numbers despite a confirmed color clash with the home side. Consequently, the match officials declared a walkover in favor of FC Robo Queens in line with NWFL regulations. The league determined that Ocean Babes' actions contravene Article 10.3 of the NWFL regulatory framework, which requires clubs to use their second choice colors for away matches to resolve color clashes. Elsewhere, English Premier League leaders Arsenal Football Club blew up a 2-0 lead and 3 points to settle for a 2-2 draw against relegation and bottom side team Wolves, narrowing the points gap with Manchester City to 5 with a game in hand for the citizens against Newcastle United at the Etihad Stadium. This is the second back-to-back draw for the Mikel Arteta Gunners, who are determined to win the league this season. Meanwhile, Ademola Lookman was among 3 scorers for Atletico Madrid, who faced Club Brugge in the playoffs of the UEFA Champions League played on Wednesday.
And that concludes the English version of the news at 7 on the Unity Station. We have translations coming your way. I am Rabiat Shaib.
Shaje wo wona am president wa yiba ro agwa na baje gai yo ba shaba ba dai wo ina ye che onkuliya gwamnati bibi kuliya she onko balayi yake su da yakon yi INEC gbadagun gwamnati ya kuliya sha tutu shi ba baraya ba tutu ba godo ba tutu shi ba ku lo ki ayo dobwi na glai ba go nge a kuliya she anya shiwa nsanya ta faye ncheyin Yeros Mary Motalin Bila, what I ige INEC la kwalapta mane yepya kwa uge koto kwa fwa ayonu kwabebe na anya akulia she anya shiwa sanya sapa kwe la bubaga ige kwa she kulia ye tu umbegbatu kapuda aigawo owo kapui takpe oza owobeji abela owo shikweje gawo kote silo ko kwa jayo ko na asekwe ekizi da abusi bi da atutu jiba na glai subado ba azagui tutu maji ya barakawi da nado na zaiba baba tutishi bala kule sheba ba wu nge esa lasi baba goto ba titi nyalo satu ina beshe kulia na pia ashama la pia koyi akabwa ya ji pia yi lafi koyi ko na pia ba che gban oloti akubu wada nge ekezi na abusi bi da sana gban tutu maji nge shaku shu wani bai da lonu sanu ba bai ku shebalo bai zaza bai wuke kakashala ni to umamwayi nge zaza he wo bai zaza he wo bai wo shaba wu be enya fwa kula sheba koyi abusi bi da baba zo azapui an be fi wawo alawai inshalu yiku alabaji jekwa nga gwamnati la abo zeshiji ya tutu ko she kuliya na akabwa ya gipya ya ko na pye shi ba che mai satui sika nyimo bala yalo ya she sika wamba abo se bi da tutu maji nge civil defense da nya bala wasudo ngi atete shibaye nge NTA anabaje gwoga ina jeje luko wi unabai I go anabayi ga aza she abo zaza lo owu ntu ngechia to go ase mba chakatain babegu aza ya se with first baba she sa ojapa say ba gu aza to aza anukoi ba ojapa but ni ba lefi ba won azanya ache ajaza akpaza achu ama ba ji anabayi kuzo yebeji adawo su shekwasi ipege ekuli ashe kwali shekala saiso.
Ẹ̀kálẹ́ ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi ìròyìn aago méje ló dé sétí gbọ̀yìn láti olúléeṣẹ́ amóhùnmáwòrán Karo tìlú Àbújá NTA Olúwaṣèyí Abímbọ́lá Ọ̀yáwọlé ní oníròyìn àṣálẹ́ ẹ máa bá mi kálọ. Ìgbìmọ̀ ìdìbò olómìnira fún orílẹ̀-èdè INEC ti gba àwọn ohun èlò ìdìbò láti ọ̀dọ̀ ilé ìfowópamọ́ àgbà CBN ṣáájú ọjọ́ ìdìbò ìgbìmọ̀ agbègbè olú ìlú orílẹ̀-èdè. Eléyìí ló ṣe àfihàn ìdàgbàsókè iṣẹ́ takuntakun tí ìgbìmọ̀ ìdìbò olómìnira INEC ń ṣe láti rí i dájú pé gbogbo ohun èlò ìdìbò fún lílò ni ó ti wà ní ilẹ̀ lákòókò tí ó yẹ. Rosemary Motilang Bila jábọ̀ pé ìgbìmọ̀ ìdìbò olómìnira orílẹ̀-èdè ti gba àwọn ohun èlò ìdìbò yìí látọwọ́ CBN ó sì ṣe àfihàn pé ìgbìmọ̀ náà yóò darí ètò ìdìbò tí yóò ṣe àfihàn ìwà òmìnira òdodo tí ó tẹ̀lé ìlànà ìdìbò tí ó yanrantí. Àwọn ọlọ́pàá FCT sọ pẹ̀lú ìfọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ gbogbo ilé-iṣẹ́ ààbò ìlú pé àwọn ti ṣetán fún iṣẹ́ àti àṣeyọrí ìdìbò ìgbìmọ̀ agbègbè olú ìlú tí yóò wáyé ní ọjọ́ àbámẹ́ta ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí. Àwọn ọlọ́pàá sọ wípé ààbò tó dájú tó múnádóko ni yóò wà ní ìlú ṣáájú, lákòókò àti lẹ́yìn ọjọ́ ìdìbò náà. Ọ̀nàtún Yakubu jábọ̀ pé igbákejì kọmíṣánná ọlọ́pàá Ishaku Sharu ló sọ yìí di mímọ̀ lákòókò tí àwọn agbófinró ń ṣe àyẹ̀wò àwọn agbègbè ìmúṣiṣẹ́ wọn ní olú ìlú orílẹ̀-èdè. Ká tó máa lọ, bí ìgbáradì fún ìdìbò ìgbìmọ̀ agbègbè olú ìlú orílẹ̀-èdè ti ń pọ̀ sí eléyìí tí ó ń bọ̀ ní ọjọ́ 21 oṣù kejì ọdún yìí ṣe ń pọ̀, oníròyìn kámákámá jábọ̀ pé nígbà àbẹ̀wò sí NTA ní ẹ̀ka ilé-iṣẹ́ ààbò fún olú ìlú orílẹ̀-èdè NSCDC ti sọ fún NTA pé òun fẹ́ ró ìfọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ilé-iṣẹ́ ìròyìn láti rí i dájú pé àwọn àlàyé tí ó múnádóko nípa ìbò ló ń jáde sétí ará ìlú ṣáájú, lákòókò àti lẹ́yìn ìbò olú ìlú orílẹ̀-èdè. Ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi, kò jù báyìí lọ láṣálẹ́, a ó tún máa rí yín nígbà mìíràn ní ọ̀la. Ó dàárọ̀.
To vote in the FCT election, you must go to the polling unit where you are registered. Your polling unit is written on your permanent voter's card. Check your PVC carefully to know the exact location. You can also locate your polling unit by checking online at cvr.inecnigeria.org/pu. Select your state, local government, registration area, polling unit, and click on Get Directions. Do not wait until election day to look for your polling unit. Confirm your location early to avoid confusion or delays. On election day, go straight to your assigned polling unit. You cannot vote at any other location. Knowing your polling unit helps the election run smoothly and allows you to vote with ease. Find your polling unit. Be prepared. Vote peacefully in the FCT election. This message is brought to you by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, making your vote count, consolidating our democracy. We
We, the residents of Abuja Municipal Area Council, AMAC, have spoken with one voice. The coast is clear and the message is one. Christopher Zakami Kalangu as chairmanship candidate for Abuja Municipal Area Council come February 2026. The man whose passion for positive development in our communities have provided asphalted roads in our communities, solar-powered boreholes, primary healthcare facilities, educational facility, human capital development and social amenities among other achievements. Your vote for Christopher Zakami Kalangu as AMAC chairman under APC is a vote for greater development. Vote Christopher Zakami Kalangu. Vote APC come February 2026. This message is courtesy of Team Greater Together Media Network.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin. Nabina Muhammadin sallallahu alaihi wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa ba'du. Yan uwa masu girma, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Muna ƙara yi wa Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala mai girma da ɗaukaka godiya mai yawa da ya rayar da mu zuwa wannan lokaci mai albarka, wannan wata na watan Ramadan. Muna yin addu'a Allah ta'ala ya ba mu dama na yin aikin abin da ya dace da abin da shi ne daidai a wannan wata mai tarin albarka da kuma bayan watan. A wannan masallaci na Juma'a na Zone 3 wadda ake ma lakabi da Fuad Lababidi a birnin tarayya na Abuja a ƙasarmu mai albarka Najeriya. Kamar yadda ya gabata a sanarwa, insha Allahu za mu dinga soma tafsiri idan ba yanayin ya canza ba a karfe 5 saura minti 15 zuwa awa 1 ko abin da ya sauƙaƙa. To yau ma insha Allahu haka ɗin